there, everybody. How's it going? It's a beautiful day. This is a nice walk. Nice change of pace. 77 instead of freezing. I will take it. I will take it all day. Anyway, hopefully your day was good. Mine was pretty good. I can't believe I totally changed my whole story in a matter of hours. On the day it's due out. I'm just like, nope, flipping the script. So, don't be afraid to do that in life, by the way, BT dubs. It works out sometimes. Anyway, today's mindful message is how or ways to get noticed at your work, by a college, or by a scout. Any kind of scout. Whether this is a talent scout, a sports scout, a modeling scout, whatever the scout, whatever the college, or whatever the job situation, this is how you get noticed in the best ways, which leads you to success. So let's start with work. I have a handy dandy list, front and back. I really thought this out for you this time. Here we go. Okay, first of all, always be 10 to 15 minutes early every day. Be known for being early. I don't know why jobs love it when people are early, but they fucking love it and they eat that shit up. So make sure you are at least 15 minutes early, which is noticeable. Stay late every time they ask for help or ask if you would like to stay. I don't care what the fuck you have going on unless you're a single parent. Obviously you have kids counting on you. Say yes as much as possible, preferably every time. You are reliable. You are early, you are willing to stay. That's management material for anybody. Come in for all available overtime, or do as much overtime as you would like, because that proves to the company that you are one for the company. You're a hard worker. You're willing to put in the extra mile. It goes right up there with being on time and staying when they need you. If you can help it, don't miss work, but that's why everybody gets personal days. You know, the flu happens, your kid's sick, whatever. I try to have the golden rule that, you know, if you're the one sick, make sure you get a doctor's note. It's not like your work is going to require it every time, but it's very professional. Lets them know that you're not wasting everybody's time, that you had a legitimate issue and you went and got it fixed and you're on top of it. And if it's your kid, you know, there's really no way to prove that, but you know, try to rotate with your spouse or your family so that you don't have to stay home a lot for things. The more you stay home, the more days off that you take. It can be a strike against you when it comes to promotion or advancement, but it can't always be helped. Communicate well with everyone. Try to be a team player at all costs. Try to speak with respect. Don't raise your voice. I've already bombed this at my own job just because I work with a lot of ghetto people, but don't go to that level if you want to be promoted. Always be helping your coworkers. Like I said, be a team player with your boss. You know, when someone's having a rough day, you know, ask them if they're all right, if there's anything that you can help them with. You know, go the extra mile, not just for your bosses, but your coworkers. But it doesn't mean that you have to be a doormat and be an ass kisser. You know, it just means when people know that they can count on you, and that when they ask you for help and you help them, that you're going to return the favor when they need help. It's like one hand washes the other back mentality. Be counted on, not just by your managers, but by your team as well. If you really want to win everybody's favor, remembering their lunch orders or remembering how they take their drinks. If you're an errand runner, that goes a long way to getting you noticed. But just bringing in sweets and treats or lunch for your staff or for your coworkers is always a nice thing to do. You don't have to do it all the time. If you know it's their birthday, you can bring them in something nice for their birthday or the holidays. Bring in, like, hey, it's Halloween, I brought in a bag of candy, feel free to have some. You know, that is always, you know, goes a long way with the people around you. Smile, be upbeat and positive. Being negative at work brings you negative results. When you are a positive, upbeat person, people tend to come to you in the best of ways and enjoy working with you and recommend you for things, and you're memorable in the good way. Make people laugh, but be appropriate. Everybody likes somebody who can lighten the mood. Always try to be the peacemaker. Don't demand too much or come in with a hard exterior or come in demanding too much. Be willing to prove your worth. Be willing to put the time in to earn some respect before you ask for things. Don't gossip with other coworkers. Have those firm boundaries from the beginning. You know, don't participate in office dramas. Office dramas cause conflict, and you or someone else that you are associated with could be brought up to management, and then you're going to be reprimanded. So I would just avoid any of that shit. Keep it professional. Ask about coworkers and their family. If they, you know, mention on Friday, like, hey, I'm taking my kids to get pumpkins and we're going to this haunted hayride. On Monday, come back to work and be like, hey, how was your family day? Did they like the hayride? You know, it makes people feel like you're interested and that you're listening and that you care. Let's see. Go to all work events outside of work, formal, holiday, all that stuff, by participating and being inclusive. You know, when it comes to management, when it comes to getting promoted, when it comes to mattering, you know, they remember the people who show up and they spend time with. It's not like you have to kiss ass or tell them your whole life story. But showing up with your family for the Christmas party, or just showing up in general, it again just says that you care about your company and it's important to you. Actions speak louder than words. Showing up says a lot. Not showing up says even more. And not the things that you want it to say. Let's see. Be open to criticism and improvement. Be always willing to learn, and if you mess up, just own it and apologize and try not to make the mistake again. But we're all human. People don't like excuses. They don't like people that are always in victim mode as well, so try not to do that. All right, let's go on to colleges. First of all, the essay on your college application is one of the first ways that these colleges get a sense of who you are and what you're about. So those college essays on the applications are extremely important. I would strongly suggest getting tutoring or working with an English teacher or a student that's really good at writing, and making sure that essay stands out as best as possible, because they read about 100 of them a day. So you want to grab their attention. Try not to run on about things. Keep it short and sweet, within, not too short, but within their guidelines. Put decent work in, but don't overkill it. Have a lot of clubs and sports and as many awards or like sports credits, being in the school paper, writing an article, being on the morning news of your school, being captain of a team, being on a debate team, traveling to finals. All of these look really good on college applications and help you stand out. Volunteer and get great letters of recommendation. Recommendation from people that they would respect hearing from, like doctors, leaders of your community, places where you volunteered that help other people, religious programs, like people with stature that would make you look good and say good things about you. Have the best grades possible and try to take the ACTs and the SATs, both the practice exam and the real exam, because the practice exam will let you kind of know where you're at, and then you can improve it by your senior year and get those scores that you need. Know what you want to do and have a game plan. College is always, when you go on the interview, they want to know what your game plan is, and knowing confidently what you want to do, they like that. They like knowing that you're going to use your time at their school valuably, in a valuable way. So let's talk about scouting. First of all, try to be the leader of the team or an asset on teams. It's all about stats and turning the right heads. Your best friend in getting a scout to your game is networking, having a social media presence, whether it's a game or if you're trying to get scouted, the more you put yourself out there, the more views you get, the better it is, and the better stats you have for the longer amount of time that you are doing something. Show your experience, show your diversity, and put yourself out there as much as possible.